Father Ed Kraemer, Fred, as your family calls you, Fred, Father Ed.
They do.
You're celebrating 70 years of ordination as a priest, right?
Right.
We rejoice with you. What is one event in your ministry that stands out? What is something that you remember as being eventful or particularly important?
I guess I'd have to say my ordination
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
and first Mass celebration
Okay.
and all the different steps
Mm-hmm.
during those 70 years
Mm-hmm.
in the priesthood.
Wow.
I enjoyed the priesthood, I guess.
All right. All right. All right.
What do you remember about your first Mass?
Being there. And I really mean that because I was kind of, on cloud, whatever that is.
Cloud 9. Yep. Yeah.
And
Okay. And this was at the cathedral, right?
yep, St.
Okay.
Mary's Cathedral,
In 1955.
55.
I was 5 years old, Fred, when you were.
Yeah, I remember you.
You remember me. 1955.
Yeah.
Were you ordained with a class? You had a class, right? How many were you?
8, I think.
8. Okay. Benedictines from St. John's too?
Yeah, well, that would have been extra.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they're all gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 7.
But you're still here, and you're one of our nonagenarians. You are a 90-year-old, going to be 96 next month. If I was a young priest assigned to you in your parish, what advice would you give me in ministry? What advice, as a wise elder, which you are, what advice would you give me for ministry?
Be the best priest you can be.
Okay.
Close to the Lord.
Yeah. All right.
That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can fill in the blanks.
I will fill in the blanks. That's good advice. Honest to God, we do look up to you. I'm retired now too, of course, but when I remember a lot of you, your classmates in your class when I got in back in 1975, 76. You really liked us, and you mentored us. You showed us the way, how to be good priests, how to let our hair down once in a while, to celebrate together too. So
good.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
It was a good life.
It was a good life.
Yep.
Okay.
What's your favorite
Ministry?
Ministry, yeah.
I got to say the Mass,
Mm-hmm. Offering
the Mass and really trying to realize what that is and make that part of my life. That was always, even before priesthood, the Eucharist was the highlight of my life.
It's important.
You thought I was going to say horses, didn't you?
Well, I'm going to say you're one of the only one of our diocese. You and I think was it Walter Bednark who had horses. Tell us about that. That was your hobby, but I mean it was fun, right? I mean,
I liked horses all my life, and then when I had a chance to get one, I did.
Okay.
So I had them a good part of my priesthood. I found a pasture someplace around the parish house.
To have the horses, yeah.
So when you went to a new parish, you would bring your horses with you?
If I could.
Mm-hmm.
I lucked out because, I'm going into it too much, but I was at Moran. That was my first place as pastor. And that was perfect because that's all that was out there was a parish house and the church and a big acreage that I could run the
stable
horse
yard for the horses, yeah.
And
so you had a favorite horse, right? A favorite one?
Yeah, he's over there.
No, there. Because we have golfers and anglers and one mechanic right now, and I'm priesthood about it. We had very few what do you call horseman or what's the title? I don't even know.
Equestrian.
Equestrian. That's it. Equestrian. See, you are wiser than us young.
I didn't even know I knew that word.
Equestrian. But that was, and that helped us too. I mean, to see we could do a lot of things as in priesthood. So, all right. Thanks, Father Ed Kraemer, Fred, for your 70 years of service and 96 years almost of life.
Thank you.
Congratulations.